Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. As you can see on screen, we are back with the P1 racing community with their Super GT series. So it's round 2 live from Brands Hatch this week. We've got a 5-minute qualifying followed by a 15-minute sprint and then a reverse grid 30-minute endurance race. I think they have to use tyres, medium tyres at some point through the 30-minute race. I think they have to use them for a minimum of 3 laps as well. As long as it's not chucking it down with rain. If it's chucking it down with rain, then tyre rules go out the window. So, points-wise, let's have a look then. Obi-Wan leading the way with 38 points. Had a great result last week in the Nissan GTR. Mocking Week second with 32 points. Joint second, sorry, with Ice Chan, both on 32 points. Campo in 4th with 26 points. We've got Manny in 5th with 25 points. Got Dazzler in 6th with 23 points. Tyre Slayer in 7th with 20 points. And then the last few remaining drivers, we've got Pilgrim with 20 points, Wrecking Ball with 18 points, and Nick Vick also with 18 points. So 10 drivers as of last week, but I'm just looking at the lobby and we've got 11 drivers racing, is that right? 12 drivers racing, 13 drivers racing. Oof. That's what we've got. Right, that's enough of that screen flicking around. That's doing my head in. T-shirts and stickers still available, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googleman.com if you want any of those. There you go. Some of that. Right, let's get ourselves in. Let's turn the sound on quickly so we don't forget. If you're listening, just let me know it's coming through all right. You can hear the sound of me and the cars and all that sort of stuff. Right, into the lobby then. Let's have a look. Evening. How are we all doing? So, who have we got in the room tonight? I've got Obi-Wan, championship leader in that lonely GTR GT500. The room is pretty much full of Supras and NSXs. We've got Nick Vick, Apache, Tyre Slayer, Manny, Ice Chand, Mockin, Dazzler, Captain Pugwash, Campo, Ricky J. We've got Pilgrim. We've got a Dylan appeared for the evening. Oh, that could put a spanner in the works. He's a very quick driver, is Dylan. Right, which circuit are we racing? Oh, yeah. No, I'm just seeing drivers run backwards on this circuit, wondering why. Obviously looking to line up for a corner. So, 13 drivers on track tonight. Again, 5-minute qualifying coming up. Oh, perfect time to get on board. Through turn 1 then. Oh, a little bit of a swap on. Up the hill. Towards Druid's hairpin, back down the hill, a bit of a push then, through Graham Hill Bend. Oh no, not going through Graham Hill Bend. We're going to drive off track and send whoever that was into oblivion. That's what happened there. It was Nick Vick getting a good old sending off. Some stuff on so I can see who's who and what's what. Look at this. Dylan just causing, no sorry, we're on board with Manny. It's Manny causing chaos. This is what happens. Give him 5 minutes free time and all hell breaks loose. Nice Chand holding 3-second penalty. Do like that livery, sir. Manny just warming his tyres up. Captain Pugwash. Oh, Captain Pugwash nearly taking out Manny. Looks like he's trying to line himself up for another go here. Let's keep ourselves this little camera. Come on, take him out. Get him. Kaboom! Kablamo! Yeah, chaos and mayhem. That's what happens here. So what are you in, Dylan? I can't see. I can't even see on the steering wheel what kind of car it's thinking about giving you. weren't in the lobby long enough. Ricky J parked up at the side of the track. Looks like he's waiting for somebody to come past so he can take them out. I think we're just around the corner from getting qualifying started. Here we go. So 5-minute qualify here then at Brands Hatch. Full circuit. Bings to go, and we'll get this one underway. Stick with Ice Chand. We'll do a lap with Ice Chand. So it might not be the fastest lap while they just warm their tyres up and get themselves ready for their lap. Oh, the clouds looking a bit grey. It could rain here at Brands Hatch. So through Druids we saw, this is where Chaos and Mayhem started. Into Graham Hill Bend then. Bit of a fire down this straight towards Surtees. Mocking Weeks warming his tyres up. Short track just peeling off to the right there. Onto this nice long straight then. Oh, stay on the tarmac there. Ice Chand. Down Pilgrim's Drop. Towards Hawthorns. Tricky corners, a lot of grass to run on. You can see not a lot to run off to if you get it wrong. Through Westfield then, back down the hill, through Dingledale into Sheen Curve. Catches a lot of drivers out. Just the curves on the outside, the nature of the corner, just wants to push that car out to the left hand side of the circuit and off track. Through Sterling's then, down Clearways, just Clark Curve to go, and then we'll start the hot laps. A lot of off camber, a lot of undulation here at Brands. And we'll start to see those laps coming in. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look at liveries, shall we? Let's have a look at liveries. Supra Denso for Mockin. Ice Chand, we've had a good look at his. Do like that, the matte green and yellow, always a good combination. Pilgrim. NSX, it's on for the LS livery this week. Gulf Racing in another NSX. Pilgrim, that was Tyre Slayer. We've got Obi-Wan in the Silk Cut. So this is the only GTR on circuit, and it won. Did it win both races last week? It's definitely a good result for Obi, leading the championship at the minute. Stay away from this man, Ricky J. He's got more warning signs than my work has. We're insane for them. Denso then on board for P1 Dylan, another Supra. NSX for Nick Vick with the Castrol livery, looking good. Oh, camera's flicking around a little bit too quick. Captain Pugwash, another Castrol livery. We've all seen that one in one form or another. Brewdog on board for Campo. Dead Pony Club as well on the front. Manny gone for the Lucasade Energy. Dazzler. It's just many, maybe me sponsoring that one, I don't know. YouTube Dark Smoker, could be. Snapdragon Red Devil on board then for Apache. Oh, who's that parked at the side of the track? I don't know, but we have started to see these laps come in then. Mocking Weeks currently on top spot with a 1:24.8. Will this become last lap? They might get another one out yet. Pilgrim second currently, but a long way to go yet. Obi-Wan in third. Ice Chand in fourth. Dazzler in fifth. Tyre Slayer in sixth position currently on the grid. Obi-Wan hunting him down through. Oh, Nick Vick just getting it back on circuit. Apache in seventh. Nick Vick in eighth currently, just as he gets himself back on the grey stuff. Oh, he's got dirty tyres. He's got dirty tyres. That's him pushed wide. Gives Captain Pugwash, we saw, getting himself back on the track at Clearways. Currently 9th. Campo is sitting 10th. Manny currently 11th. Ricky J in 12th. And Dylan rolling around in 13th at the minute. But don't be surprised if he goes and sticks in a stomping final lap. Weeks then into his final qualifying lap. Loud and clear, cheers mate. Nice Chan getting a bit of a swap on behind Mocking Wheats there. Oh, he's pulling over, looks like he's happy with his 124.4. Obi has moved himself up the field, but again, just as I thought might happen, Dylan's appeared in the lobby and sticks himself on pole. He's got some kind of hotline or direct internet connection to Yamakuzi Kawasaki bloke who owns GT, whatever his name is, right? Dylan just goes, yo, I'm in the Supra tonight, but just make mine go quicker, all right? Everybody else's leave normal, but just give mine a couple of extra brake. Every time. Piling the pressure on Apache, bit of bump drafting down the hill. So, can anyone get this time back off of off of Dylan? Driver's just coming up towards the line now. Mocking Wheats obviously slowed down, so that's his lap done and dusted for this one. So, he's going to be second or below, depending on who else comes through faster. So, stays second. Dylan on that top spot then, still pushing. Obi crosses the line, takes third. Pilgrim comes home in fourth. Tyre Slayer across the line in fifth. Ice Chan holds sixth. Apache up to the line now. It's not a bad lap time. What's it going to be? Oh, he moves up a couple of positions from 9th to 7th. That pushes Ice Chan down to 8th. Manny in 9th. Captain Pugwash in 11th. Oh, who have I missed out? 10th. Nick Vick just come across the line. 10th place for him then. Captain Pugwash in 11th. Campo in 12th and Ricky J in 13th. This almost could be a Super League, but it's not. So there are your qualifying results. Dylan on that top spot, Mocking Wheat second, Obi third, Pilgrim fourth, Tyre Slayer fifth, Dazzler sixth, Apache seventh, Ice Chand in 8th, Manny in 9th, Nick Vick in 10th, Captain Pugwash 11th, Campo 12th, Ricky J in 13th. Are we waiting for Skippy? Skippy's an Australian man who gets up at silly o'clock in the morning to come and race with these idiots at this time of night. Oh, that's just hit the spot. A little bit of bourbon and coke for the evening, why not? So it looks like we are waiting for Skippy. He's obviously missed out on qualifying, so that will put him at the back of the pack for race 1. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But that does mean another driver on track, so... Oh, Dazzler's left the room. What happens? Internet's still a bit dodgy then for some people. Unless it's just connection to the game, it can happen. I know there's just been an update, and the update can really screw things over, so... Yeah, look. Dazzler left the room, came back like 36 seconds later, so it's not as if he's disappeared to go and find a livery or something like that. He's just been probably kicked out of the lobby. That's kind of what happens. And it's bizarre. Skips is in the house. Okay, so he is here then. What car's he going to throw himself in? Where is he? Supra? What do we reckon? Manny's gone and come back as well. What's going on? Or changing his car. Come on, boys. What are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? Supra? What's the betting that that's the only GT500 you both got? Because it seems to be the only GT500 that anyone else has got. So, I don't know. Alright. Alright. Tell me how that works then. I'm watching the stream over here. It's telling me I've got 2 people watching. Yeah, I'm on streaming software. No viewers. It's lying. That's what it's doing. It's lying. So Skippy has gone Supra. Manny's back in a Supra. So yeah, Supra, NSX, Nissan GTR. That's about the size of it. But it looks like we are about to start race 1 here tonight. Lobby host just giving everyone the good luck message. So you'll know when qualifying starts, because drivers will just end up going straight and they won't be steering and they'll just end up driving off track. Not that, that's just Skippy getting it wrong. Here we go then, race 1 just about to get underway. Oh, why is Dazzler on the front? I don't know. Grid's all over the place. I'm not sure what's happening, but the red lights go on. We wait for these to drop. No idea why Dazzler's up the front. I think they did a random pick of grid. Oh, we got some false starts. We got some false starts. It's chaos at the start of round 2 here at Brands Hatch. There's bound to be drivers with damage here. Has everyone got away with it? Everyone's got away with the damage. Amazing. So Dazzler getting swamped off the line, then Mocking Weeks manages to find a gap, gets himself through to the front of the race. Dylan looking for a move up the inside at... Oh, he's just had to back off through there. Could have been dangerous. Right, these Supras on a mission. Dazzler comes back for that lead of the race, straight up the inside of Mocking Wheel. Oh my God, there is cars off everywhere. Restart. Restart, okay. Chaos. That was weird. That was weird. Yeah, again, PlayStation, Gran Turismo. Not sure whether it's the game or the console, but sometimes chaos just ensues. Chaos just appears. It is funny reading the post-race comments. It is just a standard, you know, you set it up and it just auto-populates at the end of a race or when you leave the lobby. Dylan saying he downshifted too much. Not sure where. Okay, we'll try this one again then. Yeah, absolute chaos off the line again. They were talking about a random choice, but I thought that was for race 2, but they wanted me to sort of pick drivers that then ended up at the front of the pack. Okay, so Dazzler's back in 6th then, where he rightly should be. Dylan leads the way. Mocking Weep 2nd, Obi 3rd. Lights go on again then for this restart. Held for an awful long time there. Supra's peeling all over the place, looking for a gap here. But it is Dylan that holds the lead, coming into turn 1 then. Mocking Week 2nd. Oh, we've already got drivers off. Nick Vick slightly sideways? No, I don't think it was. So Obi in 3rd in the GTR. Can he make it work this week? Dazzler making up a position already. He's up into 4th. Pilgrim 5th. Ice Chand in 6th. Apache 7th. Captain Pugwash gleaming away in 8th. Changed his livery in the break. Nick Vick under pressure here. He's got Ricky J looking for a move up the inside. Doesn't get that one done. I'll chase him down towards Hawthorns. Campo right on the tail of Ricky J as well. A little bit of a gap back to Manny. Oh, Campo having a little look at Ricky J coming up the hill then. Has to back off. So everybody still on track then. Dylan started to pull out a little bit of a gap here. So he got almost a second. He's just broken the toe of Mocking Weeks behind. Obi-Wan just dipping some wheels on the grass. The GTR doesn't look as quick this week. Maybe it'll come into its own when the tyres start wearing out a little bit later. We'll see. Holding 3rd, being chased down by Dazzler and Pilgrim though. very wide through there. Very wide. Slows him down a little bit on the hunt for Dazzler in front, while Dazzler's having a little look up the inside of Obi-Wan into Druids. Look at this, Dylan just opening that gap up easily. 1.2 seconds now between himself and Mocking Weeks. Mocking pulled 1.3 between him and Obi. Obi's under threat here though. He's got Supra right up his tail coming out of Surtees. Get the move? No, Obi's gone defensive. Dazzler's going to have to try and run it around the outside here, but that's a dangerous corner to be doing that on. Oh, Pilgrim switches across track, just trying to get that car back on the black stuff rather than the green and brown. Chasing these boys up the hill through Sheen. Oh, Dazzler risking it through there. Had to slow down a little bit. Pilgrim almost had a move up the inside. Again, just running slow through that through Sheen corner. Almost gave Pilgrim the look. Nice Chanden holding 6th position, trying to get himself onto the back end of Pilgrim. A little bit of a gap as well back to Apache. Field opening up already. Somebody's got it wrong. There's somebody a long way off the rest of the pack as we just watch Manny and Nick Vick get into a bit of a tussle. Oh, a little bit sideways there for Manny. Puts him under pressure from Ricky J coming into Druids. Side by side for the two Supras. Side by side on the way out as well. It's a great drive by Ricky J. He's got the move down into Graham Hill Bend. Manny coming back at him, but look at this Skippy in the background. Sorry, it's Tyre Slayer in the background. Trying to make a move on the pair of them here in the NSX, and it was Skippy that got it all wrong. He's ended up backwards somewhere. He's a long way down as well. 13.5 seconds off the back of the pack. It is only a short little 15-minute sprint race here. It'll be hard push to get himself back to the front of the pack, or even to the pack at this rate. Oh, Dylan on the grass. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Not too much, I don't think. He managed to keep that pretty much pressed. It's not really compromised him through that final turn either. Maybe lost a 10th to Mocking Weeks for that little bit of off-road action. Look at this. Gap opened up massively to the GTR. This was absolutely stomping it around at Tsukuba last week. Open up that gap a little bit between himself and Dazzler. Same between Dazzler and Pilgrim. Very closely matched really, a lot of these cars, a lot of these drivers. It's mistakes really that cost them. In terms of speed and lap times, there's a few little bunches of drivers that always seem to stay together. Skippy starting to bring that time back down then, but again, it might just be a little bit too little too late. Dylan's not managed to escape Mocking Weeks just yet. It's only going to take another slight mistake. He could throw himself off track. Tyre wear just starting to kick in now then. Big gap back to Obi-Wan now. Drivers behind, a few of them carrying penalties. Dazzler with one, Pilgrim's got one. Oh, it's Chan free of penalty, still trying to close that gap upon Pilgrim in front. Apache, same thing, those gaps just opening up slowly but surely. No real battles around at the back of the pack at the minute. I say that just as we watch Ricky J, Tyre Slayer having a bit of side-by-side battle through turn 1. NSX comes out on top through that one. Ricky J putting in some good laps though. Skippy still bringing that time down. It was 13 seconds, it's down to 9. So as long as he can put clean laps in, he might claw his way onto the back of those two drivers, Tyre Slayer and Ricky J. We'll see. maybe we've seen a tiny mistake from Mocking Weeks here. That gap's opened up a big chunk. It was 1.1 when we checked before. It is now 1.8 seconds. Still finding the grip then with slightly worn tyres. Mocking Weeks just losing a few tenths on that lap. There is that lonely GTR trying to close up on those two Supras in front. Again, not sure what's happened. Oof. Dips a couple of wheels on the grass. You don't want to be doing that through the sand. Yeah, the lonely GTR put some good lap times in last week. For some reason it just has... Oh, very lucky there, Obi. For some reason this week it just doesn't seem to have the legs on the two in front. Not at the minute anyway. Campo and Nick Vick are still pretty close. Manny's actually not too far off the back of those two either. Could end up being a little punch up between these three. Tyre Slayer pulled a bit of a gap from Ricky J. Maybe a slight mistake from Ricky J. Skippy now only 5 seconds behind him. Again, just got to keep putting in those decent laps. Skippy might get himself a little bit of a race. Oof. Dylan had managed to get that thing sideways, but he held on to it. Back end just gripped up on the exit of that turn. He still leads then, 1.7 seconds over Mocking Weeks. Fastest lap as well at the minute, 1:24.1. Mocking Weeks just can't put anything down to close that gap back up with Dylan. Oh, Obi pushing it so hard through turn 1, trying to close this gap up. That's twice we've seen him kick up some sand and dirt through there. Dazzler's holding on to this 4th, still being harassed by Pilgrim. Ice Chand has managed to get himself almost onto the back of these two. There's Apache just hanging around in the background as well. 2.4 seconds off the back of Ice Chand. On board with Ice now, chasing down Pilgrim and Dazzler in front. 1.2 seconds just outside that tow range. Just isn't able to close up those two in front, mate. Just putting in a tenth or two more per lap. Maybe the odd mistake is allowing Ice Chand to close back up, but happening yet. We are just about to hit the 2/3 mark of this race. 10 minutes in of this first 15-minute sprint. Captain Pugwash under threat then from Campo. Well within tow range, heading down the straight towards the final turn, but nowhere to go through here. Difficult to overtake around this particular corner. Needs a good run. Pugwash, well aware he's behind him, goes slightly defensive. Campo has a little look up the inside there, but comes back out to the outside. Can he get the switch back? No. Captain Pugwash gets a good drive through there, up towards Druids then. Again, has a little look up the inside. Drivers swapping sides of the track, just looking for that position. Ooh, maybe a little bit wide there for Campo. He's pushing, really trying to get this job done early on. Tricky corner now on the whole thing, just trying to push you off circuit to the right. Back in the slipstream then, heading down. Pilgrim's drop. 1/4 of a second in it between them. Again, nowhere to go through here. Closes up through Hawthorns, down towards Westfield. Has a little look around the outside. Captain Pugwash just making that Super as wide as he needs to make it. And he's keeping Campo firmly planted behind him. Frustrating as it is, that's racing. That is racing. Unfortunately, that's slower corners, and the defensive driving has allowed Manny to close back up. So they've got to be careful. They don't just allow Manny to slip through unnoticed. Obviously, you'll notice him. You'll see him come flying past you. But there is Skippy. It's Nick Vick that's now at the back of the pack. He's picked himself up a half a second penalty. He's got a big chunk of damage on the front as well. He's been off somewhere. This man just making it look easy. 1.6 seconds ahead of Mocking Weeks. Plenty of fuel, plenty of tyres, 3 minutes left of race 1. Mocking Weeks not been able to find anything really. A couple of little mistakes from Dylan have allowed that gap to close, but he's just opened it back up as and when he needs to. Quick through there though, lucky to hold on to that one. Down towards this final turn they go again then. Back onto this start-finish straight. Mocking Weeks 1.3 seconds behind him. The gap is starting to come down slowly, but is it Dylan just backing off a little bit, or is it Mocking Weeks absolutely stomping those laps in? 1:25.0 on that previous lap, so no, I don't think it's Mocking Weeks super fast laps. I think it's one or two slower ones from Dylan. 1:25.1, 1:25.2 there. Still comfortably ahead of Mocking Weeks as it stands. A minute and a half left on circuit, so we should get another lap after this one. As long as Dylan can keep putting these lap times in, Mocking Weeks won't be able to get past him. Let's hope nobody gets caught out with the tyre wear and ends up spinning round. He'll be comfortably in third in that Nissan GTR. Dazzler in fourth. He's pulled a bit of a gap then between himself and Pilgrim. Ice Chand in sixth. Patchy, and the camera can catch up, in seventh. Manny in eighth. He has made his way past. I knew it. You boys weren't paying attention. Captain Pugwash has been overtaken, as has Campo. Oh, come on, camera, what's going on? Tyre Slayer's got past him as well in the NSX. Maybe a mistake from Campo then. Spun himself off track, maybe. And right in this final lap, Ricky J and Skippy do get close enough together to have a bit of a battle. A little bit too little too late. Nick Vick struggling just to keep that on circuit through there. So final lap now then for the race leaders. Gap down to just less than a second. Mocking just picking up a very slight bit of toe here, but again it's not going to be enough. That gap's opened up enough now that he's broken the toe. Just got to keep plodding along with those lap times then, Dylan. Or lap time. This last one to go. Let's see. Have we got drivers that have already taken positions? Have we? Just Nick Vick. He takes 14th then, so not sure what happened, but he spun himself off track somewhere. Big chunk of damage on the front. And he was very slow. Ended up at the back of the pack. Dylan then into the final corner. He's led from the start as well. Knows exactly where to put that car. Maximum grip, maximum lap times, and there it is. The win on board for Dylan. Mocking Weeks takes second. Obi coming up to take third in that GTR. Still a good result for him. Dazzler taking fourth. He'll be definitely happy with that. Ice Chand has managed to get past Pilgrim. Takes fifth then. Pilgrim takes sixth. Apache coming home in seventh. Manny taking eighth. Well ahead of Tyre Slayer. Oh, Captain Pugwash has made a mistake somewhere as well. He's dropped behind Tyre Slayer. Maybe the tyre wear did catch them out then. Captain Pugwash comes home in 10th. Campo takes 11th by the skin of his teeth. Skippy takes 12th. Ricky J takes 13th. So Skippy did get past Ricky J as well. They were close enough. Yeah, poor Nick Vick. There it is, official results from race 1 then. Dylan taking the lead, Mock in 2nd, Obi 3rd, Dazzler in 4th, Ice Chant 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Apache in 7th, Manny in 8th, Tyre Slayer 9th, Captain Pugwash 10th, Campo in 11th, Skippy in 12th, Ricky J 13th, and Nick Vic 14th. Fantastic to see so many drivers in this lobby. That's what we want. More drivers equals better racing. Might get a bit more punchy on track because there's less tarmac to go around, but what's the number? I don't know. They're giving me a number now. They're asking me for a number. All right. Have I got a random number generator? Come on. Let's do random number generator. Don't verify I'm a human. Just, oh my god. Give me a crappy. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Minimum 1, maximum 10. All right. All right. I'm gonna generate it. Look, it's legit. Look, it's on my phone. I'm just gonna. It says 3 at the minute. Where's the camera? That's it. It says 3 there, but I'm gonna press it. Shaboom. God damn it. It's a 1. I came up with a 1. Dickheads. Alright. I can do that. 8 to 13. Alright, so I've changed the criteria. Bloody camera. Alright, I've changed the criteria. Generate. Alright. Alright, look. Alright. That's what I said. I said 11. Alright, I just didn't press it enough times. Oh, of course it won't let me bloody type it, will it? Because this thing is not connected to that thing. Jesus, what are you doing, Smoker? I'm trying to use my mouse to control my PlayStation and my pad to control my bloody computer. Psychopath. So if anyone asks, I just didn't press the 1 enough times, alright? Don't tell Pilgs. So, grid order is going to be all over the place then. Yeah, I knew there was something about asking me for a number for how many drivers get reversed. I think it's that many drivers get reversed and everyone else stays as they are. I don't know. Don't ask me for details. What are you doing that for? Just talk nonsense. Bourbon and Coke's going down nicely as well. Hence the loosening of the tongue, I think. I've been drinking beer as well today, so that just topping it up. Or overfilling, not sure yet. Might overfill. Depends if I have another one after this. As you can see. So, a half an hour reverse grid race coming up. it's top 11 gets spun round, or it is now because I've chosen the number 11. And again, I think they have to use a set of mediums at some point throughout this race. I could be lying. But we'll see how they get on in race 2. Again, half an hour. Still looks a bit grim out there. It could potentially rain. We'll see. Not sure why we were waiting 2 minutes. Maybe people having to disappear off and go to the toilet or something. Not sure. So I think we're just waiting for an OK off Manny, and then we can crack on with race 2. Look at this 15, nearly a full lobby. Look. 15 people in here. I'm one of them, obviously, so we, you know, without me you could get 2 more drivers in, but great, 14 drivers in a lobby. I've not covered a 14 driver lobby for a long time. Good to see so many drivers involved in this one. Got to wait for them to crack on with race 2 then. So it's still lying to me. I can see here it says 4 watching now, but over here it says none. Nunst. That's what it says. I don't think actually. I don't think there's any way to refresh it that I'm looking at without shutting the stream down and restarting it. Not to matter. I can look over there and see 4 people watching. Don't have to look over here for 4 people watching. Just look over there. Okay, race 2 just about to get underway then. Ooh, as we catch Skippy doing all sorts of terrible things to his Supra. He's already gone for the mediums on this one. Yeah, a few drivers might have gone for the mediums for the first stint here. We'll see. It is Campo, the number 11 choice. Does mean that the top 11 gets spun round. So it is Campo that leads us away. Captain Pugwash second, Tyre Slayer in third. Lights go red. We've got a false start in the back. Oh, only just getting round that one. Was that Dazzler? Was that Dazzler or Apache? Dazzler, very, oh, what a shame. Great result in race 1 to mess it up in race 2. Everybody vying for position early on. Obi managing to push his way through the field quite early. Oh, look at them. 3 wide coming down the hill. A little bit of bumping and a barging while they all try and vie for position. But it is still Campo that leads. Captain Pugwash second. Ice Chan looking for any way past at the minute in third. Obi in fourth in that Nissan GTR. Manny in fifth. Oh, Dylan! Where is he? Just gets it back on track. Very quick through Surtees. Just ran a little bit too deep. We've got a punch up between Apache and Ricky J as well happening. Just on the run up into Hawthorns, down into Westfield then. And again, oh yeah, that's the driver I'm looking at. Apache and Ricky J still at it. Nick Vick looking for a way past. Skippy looking for a way past. Dazzler trying to claw his way back onto the pack as well. Half an hour race though, so plenty more time to play with for him. Oh, a few drivers kicking up the sand on the way through Sterling's. But it is this man. Look at the gap he's got. Look at Obi-Wan stonking it around the inside of Ice Chan. Both of those two have managed to get through. Chand having a little look up the inside of Obi into Druids. Didn't make that one stick. But, just showed his nose. It was enough to make him take a different line. Both of them closing up on Campo in front. Run it all the way to the outside curbs before you turn it back to catch the inside curb. Really, really awkward corner, Surtees. On this straight then, down into Pilgrim's Drop, under the bridge, up towards Westfield. Again, nowhere to go really through there. Can't really go for the overtaking unless you're absolutely committed and you trust the driver next to you. Through Hawthorns then. Down Dingledale towards Sheen. This corner catches a lot of drivers out. Oh, there we go. It's slowed Campo down. Obi's managed to find a way past round the outside. Nice chance. Just got to make this work. Get the drive on Campo before this last corner. Gets it done. He slammed the brakes on though. That's going to slow him down in his chase for Obi-Wan in front, who is now at the front. Clean air for him. 0.7 seconds lead over Ice Chand. Still being chased by Campo though. Pugwash in 4th. Manny in 5th. Dylan 6th. Pilgrim in 7th. Mocking Weeks in 8th. Tyre Slayer 9th. Mickey J 10th. Apache in 11th. Skippy in 12th. Nick Vick falls off the back of the pack again a little bit. Maybe the medium tyres catching him out. Dazzler close that gap up on Nick Vick. We'll have somebody to chase and race with soon enough then. So Obi out front, 0.7 seconds over Ice Chand. They are both pulling a little bit of a gap away from Campo as well. Soft tyres on board for Obi, soft tyres on board for Ice Chand. Still got soft on board for Campo. I know the two drivers in front are a little bit quicker than him, so you will see that gap opening up. Campo has just got to start worrying about these boys closing up on him. There's a big pile of drivers a few seconds behind him yet, but once they catch up, they're going to come through thick and fast. Make himself aware of that. We just watched Dylan having a look at Captain Pugwash. He's got the inside line. Easy enough through Paddock Hill then for Dylan. Towards Druids. Safely into 5th for him then. Mocking Weeks looking for a way past Captain Pugwash as well. Doesn't want to allow Dylan to disappear. Obviously they all want to chase down Obi-Wan up front, but they've got a few cars to get past first. Pilgrim all over the back of Mocking Weeks as well. Super versus NSX. Tyre Slayer in another NSX in 9th, not too far off the back of those two. Apache almost pushing him through Surtees. J in 11th being chased by Skippy. Again, big gaps back to Nick Vick, 4.4 seconds. Dazzler another 4.3 seconds behind him. Obi still putting in those lap times then. Gap still at 0.7 of a second as well. Ice Chand not been able to bring that down any. Campo's managed to hold on to these two as well pretty well. Oh, he's kicking up some gravel on the exit of that final corner. Might slow him down enough. He loses those two in front. He does fall out of the slipstream range. Obi-Wan risking it through the exit of Paddock Hill as well, kicking up some sand. Manny 4th, then Dylan 5th. So we have just seen him get past Captain Pugwash. Look how far up the road he is already. All over the back of Manny. Getting a fantastic drive out of Surtees. Manny knows he's not going to beat him. Drops himself into the slipstream as soon as he possibly can. Get dragged along by the faster driver, why wouldn't you? You can see that little Supra of Manny's does get smaller and smaller on every single one of these straights. Dylan gets a good drive out of the corners. And he's just able to open that gap up. He's trying to close the gap down to Campo. 2.1 seconds behind him. Only 7 minutes into race 2 here as well, so plenty of time left to play with. So race leader then breaks the toe behind. 1.2 seconds gap he now has over Ice Chand. Ice Chand has got 2.5 seconds off this man as well. And he is being closed up pretty quickly by Dylan and Manny. Pugwash holding 6th, Apache 7th, being chased by Tyre Slayer in 8th. Skippy not too far off the back of him as well in 9th. Nick Vick 10th. Dazzler in 11th. Medium tyres on for a few of these drivers then. Mocking Weeks in 12th. So I think Mocking Weeks has had a mistake somewhere. He's thrown himself off track. Maybe he caught up with Pilgrim as well. Maybe the pair of them had a little bit of off track action. 12th and 13th currently. It is only Ricky J behind them. But medium tyres on for a lot of these drivers. Again, they do have to put the mediums on at some point. Tyre wear on the Supra looking slightly better than that on the GTR. Whether that plays any part in the race. The GTR seemed to be the one looking after its tyres last week, but Ice Chand Supra is telling me different this week. So holding 3rd still at the minute, Campo, but look at this, Dylan all over the back of him. Look at the gap he's pulled between himself and Manny. For a second podium here then, Dylan. All over the back of Campo as we head towards 30s. Should get a good drive out of here. Look at the different line he takes through there. Again, you have got to come in, got to stay wide for as long as you possibly dare at 30s before turning in. Now Dylan goes for the move, carries the speed, uses a little bit of slipstream up towards Westfield. What? Hawthorns. Now into Westfield, gets the move done then past Campo into 3rd place for Dylan. Oh, not anymore, not anymore. He's carried far too much speed through Westfield. He's got the back end round, it's spun into the gravel. Gets it back on track, loses 2 positions, back down into 5th. Gonna have dirty tyres, a little bit of damage as well. It's gonna slow him down for the next few seconds. And these boys are gonna see the target on his head and try and overtake him, but might be fully repaired before they get back up to him. Yeah, it's pretty much done now. Yeah, so it is fully repaired now, Dylan. He can get himself back up to full race pace, but yes, what a shame. Just got himself into 3rd and maybe just dipped that rear left just a little bit too far off track. Round he went. So Obi still leads them, but look at the gap he's pulled from Ice Chand. 3.3 seconds. Starting to find the grip now then on those softs. Still more tyre wear on the GTR than there is on the Supra, but plenty of clear air behind Ice Chand now. I can't reach my drink under that, can I? So 3.3 up front for Ice Chand to chase down Obi. But he has got 4.2 seconds behind him back to Campo, who regains his 3rd position with Dylan's departure. And he retakes his 4th as well, and he's also closing back up on Campo. Dylan's holding that 5th after getting himself back on track. Tyres looking really good actually on that and the mediums. But it has just cost him 2 positions, that little mistake. Apache in 6th, unable to close the gap up on Dylan. Come on camera, Captain Pugwash in 7th. Tyre Slayer in 8th. Skippy in 9th. Dazzler 10th. Mocking Weeks in 11th. Pilgrim 12th. Got Ricky J in 13th. And Nick Vick no longer in the lobby. Just as we flick over to him, he leaves. So he won't be racing. GTR sounding good. Full control then, Dylan. Sorry, Obi. Don't spin it around now, Obi. Now I've said that. Making it look easy in the cockpit of that thing. Still pulling time over this man as well, Ice Chand. And again, big gaps back to Campo. 5.8 seconds. He's on that soft tyre. Manny behind him on a set of mediums. That's why Dylan's tyre wear looks so good, isn't it? Because the other drivers on softs, these two up front. Interesting to know when the soft tyre drivers come in. Are they going to just wait for the halfway mark? A lot of wear showing. Still got plenty of life left in them though. Lap time's not really faltered. 1:25. They've extended a little bit. Some 1:25s pretty much all race. 1:24 is the fastest in lap 5, so good luck there. So the tyre's not really costing too much time at the moment. Maybe a little bit for Ice Chand. Last 2 laps have just flicked over to that 1:26 mark. He'll be seriously considering dropping the mediums on. Just missed the move. Manny just getting past Campo there. Manny up into 3rd then. Campo 4th. Are we going to see anybody in the pits this lap? No. Obi stays out. Ice Chand stays out. Campo stays out with his softs. Dylan trying to pull that 4th and 3rd positions back towards him. Patchy on the soft stays out. Captain Pugwash on the mediums stays out. Tyre Slayer right behind him, also on the mediums. Again, the medium tyre drivers, very little need to come in at the moment. Dazzler as well, comfortably in 9th. Pilgrim in 10th, so he's got his way past Skippy and Mocking Weeks. What has happened to Mocking Weeks? Skippy's been in. Fresh set of soft tyres on board for him then. I must have missed that. Mocking Weeks has been in as well. Fresh set of softs for him. I've missed that change. Ricky J stays out. And yeah, we have lost Nick Vick from this one. So when do we see this man come in the pits? Race leader. Currently 4.4 seconds up the road. Just making it look a little bit easy at the minute over versus Ice Chand. No slouch behind the wheel, but the GTR just seems to be doing its job. Now, is he going to pit this lap? Certainly isn't. So he does just flicker 1:26. The last 2 laps have been 1:26s, so now he might start to consider those tyres. We are over that halfway mark anyway. As long as he feels they're fast enough and Ice Chand isn't able to close that gap up, he'll probably stay out on them. And I suppose the longer he can stay out on the faster tyre, the less chance anybody else has once they swap onto the softs of chasing him down and catching him once he drops onto the mediums. But he's got to be careful it doesn't catch him out and just, you know, allow that tyre wear to get a little bit too much, and then before you know it, bam, spinning round like a Dylan. pulling plenty of time over Ice Chan still though. That gap stretched open to 5.3 seconds. There is Ice at front left. Certainly needs changing, losing a lot of time. Oh, 127 on that last lap as well. Yeah, losing big chunks of time now then, Ice Chan. He might consider coming in the pits pretty soon. A couple of drivers on that medium tyre behind him will get the overtake, but they've got to come in the pits yet themselves. Dylan up into fourth then. Race leader is in the pits now, so dropping those softs off. Ice Chan as well comes in. Manny stays out, so he will take race lead. Plenty of life left in those mediums. Dylan's come in as well. He's dropped his mediums off, so he's going for softs right now. Takes on board enough fuel. Does he? Yeah, just about enough fuel to get through to the next race. Sorry, not to get through to the next, to get through to the end of the race. Right, here is Manny then in front, 3.7 seconds. Rolling on a set of semi-worn mediums. We've got Obi just come out the pits on a fresh set of mediums. Ice Chan's followed him in the pits, followed him out as well, fresh set of mediums. But look at this, Dylan creeping up behind them. Fresh set of softs on as well. He will be able to stomp the life out of those for 12 minutes. Could be a second race win here for Dylan. Quite easily. He's close enough to Ice Chan and Obi, to be honest. And this man's going to be out of the way at some point. He's got to come in the pits for a different set of tyres. I assume he has anyway. Is it mandatory pit stop? Can you do a full race on mediums? Is that breaking the law? I don't know. So previous race leader Obi in second, 4.2 seconds down on those mediums. Ice Chan 6.9 seconds behind him. Struggling, pushing it a little bit too much through turn one. And there is Dylan closing up. Corner after corner, just 1 second behind him now. Those soft tyres really coming to their own. All the advantage you boys had pulled out in front on those soft tyres hasn't amounted to a great deal, to be honest. Dylan then all over the back of Dylan, all over the back of Ice Chan, heading up towards Surtees. He's already got the inside line pretty much. Gets a great drive out of the corner right behind Ice Chan. Gets the toe as well. Is he going to make the move? Is he going to make the move before Hawthorne's? Yes, he is. Out breaks Ice Chan. Takes that position. Easily done on a set of soft tyres versus the mediums, that's for sure. And now he's got 7.5 seconds to try and close up on Obi-Wan in front. Again, Obi's just come out on a fresh set of medium tyres. Oh, Dylan, you might pick up a penalty there if you cut that corner. Got away with it this time. He's got I just said he had 7.5 seconds to catch up with Obi, but he's not. He's got about 6 seconds. Manny in the pits. Obi retakes race lead then. 6.7 seconds is the gap between race leader Obi and Dylan. Ice Chan is going to... Oh, Ice Chan's picked up half a second penalty. He's got himself off track a little bit too much somewhere. Maybe that same corner that Dylan was going through. He's going to lose that though. But it's what can this man do now then? What have we got? 9 minutes left. 6.5 seconds is the gap to this man leading. There is the gap then. Too much between them. The time is coming down. Dylan really pressing those soft tyres. It's made up a second on him. 5.5 seconds the gap. Ice Chan's going to lose this penalty. He might lose this position as well. Manny's close enough that he might be able to get this overtake done before the final corner. Closes up, no. Now can Ice Chan get himself back up to speed and defend? Manny's on a set of soft tyres behind him again though. It's medium tyres on board for Ice Chan, soft tyres on board for Manny. Just seeing how easy Dylan's made it look. Can Manny do the same thing? Bringing that time down massively on Ice Chan. Is he going to put himself in a similar position? Took himself right up the rear wing of Ice Chan as they come out of Surtees. Go for the run up towards Hawthorns. Let's have a look, shall we? Got a great drive out of there. Ice Chan managed to hold half a second on him. That should be enough to defend coming into Hawthorns. A lot quicker on that soft tyre is Manny. Ice Chan won't be holding on to that position for too long, I can't imagine. Right, let's have a flick through the field then. Obi-Wan leading the way. 3.6 seconds over Dylan now. Bringing that time down. Seconds per lap. Ice Chan in third, Manny in fourth, but again, for how much longer I don't know. Manny's on the faster tyre. Patchy in fifth. Skippy sixth. Mocking Weeks right behind him for seventh. Campo in eighth. Pilgrim ninth. We've got Tyre Slayer in 10th. Dazzler just losing his penalty there in 11th. Captain Pugwash in 12th. Ricky J in 13th. And unfortunately we've lost Nick Vick from this race. Not getting on with the NSX, I don't think, at Brands Hatch. I personally don't enjoy this track racing. It's not one of my favourites. I know a lot of drivers really enjoy this track, but me personally, I'm not a fan. So on board with race leader then, looking back at Dylan, slowly but surely closing that gap up on him. It is down to 2.5 seconds. We've got 6 minutes of racing left. It's a medium versus soft tyre battle as well. Race leader Obi on the medium tyre, Dylan on the soft tyre in second. Another half a second on him. Gap is below 2 seconds now as we hit Paddock Hill Bend. That's Little White Supra getting ever closer, ever bigger on screen as we watch this rear view camera on board with race leader Obi. Gap down to 1.5 seconds. Can almost see the whites of Dylan's eyes now. Another couple of tenths taken out of him through Surtees. 3 seconds the gap. What is Dylan going to do here? Can he get the lead? Can he take the win in race 2? Still not quite getting a toe, and not that it matters. Look at the difference in the corner there. Obi staying on the black stuff. Dylan chopping off half that corner. Gap still at 1 second, just. Not anymore, drops below a second. Just getting a little bit of slipstream now then, Dylan. Jump on board with Dylan, look at it from his point of view. Just 0.8 of a second in it between these two. Closing up on him down towards Surtees, just 0.8 in it. He's going to close up a few tenths through here. Usually gets a good drive out of here, Dylan. Already on the throttle. Look at that. There's a 10th. There's another 10th. Bringing that time down up towards Hawthorns again. Down to half a second. Piling the pressure on Obi in front then. 3 minutes to try and defend from a very fast Dylan here. Look at the difference in corners there. That's the corner that Dylan seems to make up a lot of his time. Obi struggling through there. Dylan getting the drive out of Sterling's. Obi's holding that inside line. He's giving a real punch up to around this final corner. Dylan just uses the power of those soft tyres. Still side by side. Obi trying his absolute best to hold on to that line on the inside there. Dylan on that faster tyre, just able to keep the power on. Obi couldn't do anything about it, and he will, unfortunately, I think, just slowly but surely fall off the back unless he can stick in the slipstream. But the faster tyre on board with Dylan is just working well in his favour at the minute. 28 minutes of this 30-minute race gone then. Dylan has got a flashing fuel tank. Obi hasn't. A flashing fuel tank usually means you've got about 1 lap left. And we've got 2 laps to run here. Now, will Dylan have to go slightly, will he go slightly, change his fuel ratio up a little bit maybe? Is that going to be enough to defend? Is that going to be enough to hold off an Obi-Wan on that slightly slower tyre? Towards this final turn then, they're going to hit another lap after this. One minute remaining then as they hit the line. Bink. Dylan already opened that gap up. Oh, Obi pushing it through turn 1, gets it on the gravel, manages to regain it, put it back on track, but he's going to lose some time to that driver in front and has done over half a second. It can be difficult sometimes to remember that you're not remember, but take into account that you've got that slightly slower tyre on maybe. And, you know, you're in the thick of the battle. You're chasing down that driver in front. You're trying to take the corners the same speed as him, and then all of a sudden you realise that you're not on the same tyre, and you can't go around that corner that quick, and it's just going to compromise you. So Dylan looking good then for the win. Obi second, Manny in third currently, Ice Chand in fourth, Mocking Weeks fifth, Skippy in sixth, Pilgrim 7th, Tyre Slayer in 8th, Apache 9th, Campo in 10th, Dazzler 11th, got Captain Pugwash in 12th, and Ricky J in 13th. As we hit this final lap, Dylan then down towards the final corner of the race. 2 out of 2 for him tonight then. He's copied Obi from last week. Was it 2 out of 2 last week for Obi, or did he get first and third? Either way, Dylan's taken both wins here tonight. Obi is going to come home in second position. Great drive, but he just weren't able to keep it ahead of Dylan on that softer tyre. Manny then up towards the line, comes home in third place, comfortably and sideways. Ice Chan takes fourth. Mocking Weeks fifth. We did see him 12th and 13th at one point, but he's back on track. He's up to speed and takes that fifth position. Skippy comes home in sixth. Pilgrim takes seventh. Not sure what he was doing there. Tyre Slayer takes 8th. Apache coming home in 9th. Campo not able to get past him, takes 10th. We'll just wait for these last few drivers. Dazzler up towards the line then, going to come home in 11th. Ricky J and Captain Pugwash almost bumper to bumper up towards the line. Oh, Ricky J decided to go and visit some fans, but Captain Pugwash takes 12th. Ricky J, after his little bit of off-track action, takes 13th. And that is it. 2 races done tonight. Dylan taking both of them. There you go. I told you he'd turn up and just take poles and qualifying and just win. He would just win. He's too quick. He's got that. He's got that hotline to Kawasaki Yamaguchi or whatever his name is, making his car quicker than anyone else's. But that is it for racing tonight. Some good racing in the GT500s. I'm back on Thursday night with the Alpha 155 League again. That's turning out to be a good little league, actually. The Greeks are really enjoying that. A little bit of bumping and a barging, but hopefully we can get ourselves over that and you know, get ourselves back to some good racing. But it is a little bit punchy. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Let me just have a look at, I'm not going just yet. Let's have a look at official results. Dylan taking that win then again in race 2. Obi 2nd, Manny 3rd, Icechan 4th, Mockin 5th, Skippy 6th, Pilgrim 7th, Tyre Slayer in 8th, Apache 9th, Campo 10th, Dazzler 11th, Captain Pugwash 12th, Ricky J 13th, and there's Nick Vick, who DNF'd. He left halfway through. We just caught a clip of his car, sort of parked off track with, I think there was a couple of those sort of foam barriers spun around all over the place next to him. And just as we flicked over to him, he left the lobby. So he's not getting on with the NSX or Brands Hatch or both. One of the three he's not enjoying. But yes, that is it for tonight. Again, I'm back on Thursday night at 9 o'clock for the Alpha 155s. And then back same time, same place next week for the next round of this. We are live from Trial Mountain next week, so that should be fun. And I forget where we're at for the Alpha 155s, but yep, Thursday and Sundays all at 9 o'clock, and GTTCC starting in June. Oh, new date, June the 6th, that's going to kick off, so get yourselves ready for that. That's GR4's a great big series, that is. There's usually several lobbies open, 100-ish drivers that all enter, divided into lobbies, into sort of skill levels, and then bosh, off you go. So that's always a good league, but that's coming up in June. But me personally, I've got Sunday nights at 9 o'clock and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock at the minute. Outside of that, nothing else on the calendar at the minute. I've got the Formula 1 from the DK10 boys. Oh, the old school Formula 1 from the DK10 boys kicking off next month. They're supposed to be the Porsches, but that never happens, so they're pushing back to the Formula 1s. But yeah, that's going to be next month, so at the minute it's just Thursdays and Sundays at 9 o'clock. That's it. But yeah, some good racing tonight. I'm glad you all came and watched. Thank you very much. If you do like what you're watching, make sure you click like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Comment if you haven't. Throw some swear words at me, why not? But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.